Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. So Willy Hutchinson springs a bit of a surprise, at least to me anyway. He beats Craig Richards on points, and he did it, I wouldn't say out of canter, but he certainly did it convincingly. I had it 117, 111, which was a view shared by one of the judges. One guy had it 119, 111. I thought that was a bit too wide. Like I say, I gave 3 rounds to Richards, maybe a swing round or 2. But there's no doubt who won. It was Willy Hutchinson, and deservedly so. He's only 25 years old, as he kept saying in the post-fight interview. I'm only 25. I'm young. I'm handsome. I'm bald. All right, mate, calm down. But no, fantastic win for Willy, especially coming off. He's rebuilt since that defeat he had to Lennox Clark down at super middle, and he's doing well. And this is a great scalp to have. And the fight started, and almost immediately you had Willy Hutchinson switch hitting, which I knew Richards would start slow because he always does. But to be honest with you, after 3 rounds, I thought, okay, it's time to go to work now. And Richards just couldn't get that engine running. He really couldn't. And he wasn't putting pressure on Hutchinson in the sense that he wasn't making him fight at a pace he weren't comfortable with. He wasn't throwing nearly enough punches. He was just following him around the ring. And Hutchinson was using up a lot of energy and hadn't gone more than 7 rounds before this fight. So this was a real, test. I mean, this is, make or break, piss or get off the pot sort of thing. But I thought that Hutchinson just continued with some lovely skills, like I say, switch hitting, pinging some backhands off Richards. There was only one occasion, I think, about the 8th round, 9th round, where Richards did look hurt. He staggered back into the ropes at one point. But he had to after 6th round. I mean, I think after 5, I'd given them all to Hutchinson. And then Craig sort of almost, someone needed to light a fire under his arse and say, you're losing this fight, you're going to lose it by wide, you're going to lose it wide. And he finally got going a little bit, crept back into it. But the question then became, can Hutchinson do the full 12 rounds at a sharp pace? And to be honest, he did. He did them. I mean, and there were little moments where Richards was getting through and landing his own heavy punches, but they were singles. There were no salvos from Richards. And like I say, for the majority of the fight, Richards just seemed to follow him around, which for a guy with that experience, former world title challenger, you would have thought he'd have a few more tools in the box, a bit of craftiness, a bit more nous, use his feet a bit better, a bit quicker, pace himself better, because I did feel that if he'd started quicker, he might have been more knackered after, say, 6, 7 rounds, Richards. But he'd have got his second wind in the last third of the fight. Whereas because he was just sort of trundling along and going through the motions, come rounds, 9, 10, he was the one looking a little knackered, looking a little exhausted. And it was a strange one from Richards, a strange one. I don't know. I mean, did he do the weight right? It was an odd, a strangely sort of flat performance, really. In terms of vibe, not so much the styles or the quality, but in terms of the vibe, I was thinking this reminds me a bit of Nathan Heaney against what's his name, the other black lad with the dreads. Who am I thinking of? You know what I mean. When Heaney won the British title, because what the hell's that guy's name? I've forgotten his bloody name. You know what I mean, don't you? Former British champ, another world title challenger, and when Heaney won the belt, it was against an out of sorts opponent, and I got the feeling that Craig looked a little bit similar. It's almost like his mind wasn't quite on the job. He couldn't work out what he was going to do, how he was going to do it. Denzel Bentley, by the way, was the guy who Nathan Heaney beat. But yeah, Denzel and Craig, they both had that look of, I'm not quite sure, how I'm going to do this, or how am I going to go about doing it, and what do I do? And it's almost like they were just waiting for the opponent to, certainly Craig was waiting for the opponent to do his thing, and it just weren't really happening. He wasn't able to counter. He wasn't able to read the guy and implement his game plan, whatever that may have been, onto Hutchinson. So make no mistake about it, this is an excellent win for Hutchinson, by far the best of his career, and he's come of age on a massive stage, and a good fight. It had a bit of everything, had a bit of good quality boxing, some nice little individual punches, some slick skills from Hutchinson, no doubt about that. very, very impressed with Hutchinson. Craig Richards getting on a little bit now, and it's a bad defeat for him, to be honest with you. But hey, he can come back. He can come back if he wants to. You've got to want to do it, of course. And hopefully they all got paid good money for this. I'm sure they did. It's over in Riyadh. But a little bit disappointed with Craig Richards. Willy Hutchinson, pretty much a revelation. So well done to the Scottish guy. 1-0 to Queensberry. Plenty more to come. What do you think of it? Give me your opinions on this fight. Comments below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hit the like button, and plenty more to come, like I say. Catch you later.